Very quickly, I just want to thank Global Solar, Dr. Britt, for their hospitality and letting us come here today to highlight a couple of things. To highlight the successful efforts that are going on in this community and across the country on renewable, clean energy, and alternative energy. This is a prime example of a cutting-edge technology that is going to keep America ahead of the curve. And we're in a region of the world where solar is abundant, and we should be taking advantage of it. We're also highlighting a couple of very important things. That it is important to maintain and to make permanent the extension of credit for research and development. That discussion is going on right now in Washington. We believe that we need to extend the R&D credit and make it permanent and expand it by 20%. If we're going to be competitive, if we're going to be able to utilize this great source of energy, then we need federal government to have a role and fully fund the Department of Energy's loan guarantee program. We appropriated $6 billion. There's $2.5 billion left in that account. Rather than eliminate that account, we feel for companies that are being successful and need to expand, that loan guarantee program needs to be in place. There's a legislation to do that. I'm supporting it, but we feel that as we go through these budget issues, that we shouldn't cut our nose to spite our face. That the investments, such as this one, are going to pay dividends for all of us in terms of employment. This facility employs 150 people. With appropriate expansion, it could employ up to 200 people. And so we're here to just highlight those two things: the need to preserve research and development tax credit for companies, and the need to preserve the Department of Energy's loan guarantee program. Those are vital programs, vital to the expansion of renewable energy. And if we're going to talk about renewables and alternative energy, and I think the federal government needs to play a role, a very significant role, in stimulating the private sector to make an investment. For every dollar the federal government puts in, whether it's a tax credit or loan guarantee, we get $13 in return of investment by the private sector. So it is a wonderful investment. We're here to highlight that, and available myself and Britt are available for any questions you might have. Thank you.
How important is, expanding solar energy and everything in Tucson?
You want to say anything before?
No, I'm good.
Well, there's two reasons. I think the issue of domestic energy independence is very important. But beyond that, it is a clean energy, it's a renewable energy, and it's an alternative energy. So for Tucson, as we're out here in 110-degree weather today, it is a resource that's available to us. It's abundant, and then the other point that it creates jobs. It creates jobs, and this is the new technology. This is the new workforce of the future, and for Tucson to be at the cutting edge in terms of providing employment, they're going to have to adopt solar energy and other alternative energy as one of the sources of employment and one of the sources of creating renewable energy in this country.
How important is it for, not only Tucson, Arizona, but the United States to move to these renewable energy sources and away from coal?
I think as we increase our portfolio, so we're going beyond just fossil fuels, that the more our portfolio of energy available to the American people is broad, the more we have in renewables and alternative, the greater energy independence we're going to have, and our sustainability will be higher, our air quality will be cleaner. And so for the American people, and for moving in a direction of increased usage of alternative and renewable energy is the only logical, sane way to go. Fossil fuel is a finite fuel. Solar, wind, geothermal are abundant, and they're renewable. And I think that's the difference.
What do you say to those people out there that say, well, we just can't produce the power we need in this country without using these fossil fuels?
I think there's a transition period, no doubt. No one is saying that tomorrow morning we quit using fossil fuels as our only source of energy. What we are saying, make the investment in research and development, make the investment in loan guarantees, make that investment so in the course of time we transition to a higher usage of alternative energies. Nobody is saying to stop. We're just saying the future requires us, both for environmental reasons, economic reasons, and domestic independence issues. We need to move in that direction. And in the long term, it'll be about cost as well.
You mentioned jobs. How important is it to help these smaller companies grow and expand, hire more people, and make their technology better and more efficient?
Put people to work. These are good jobs, clean energy, and it is a lasting job. Like this company, it gets to this is the new technology, this is the new workforce, and so for people that are fortunate enough to work in this type of an industry, it is an industry with a great deal of lasting power. Thank you.